close.
Yeah, just spray some WD-40 and slap some duct tape on. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, the maintenance guy version of that is caulk. Caulk fixes everything, man.
What'd you call me?
Yep, you heard me. All right, so if I remember right, we're missing a saber today.
Jeez.
All right.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I
Well,
guess
to be fair, he is the only one that actually does anything.
Yeah, it's not entirely true. Yeah. That'll be up to you guys.
Hey, we'll still get it done. It may just not be in a fashionable manner.
Fair. All right, let me see here. Okay. All right. Well, who wants to do the recap from last time, since I know at least one of y'all wasn't here? No, it's more fun to be passive aggressive. Anybody?
I'll go for it, sure. I only remember the parts that I was in, unfortunately. But
That's fine.
So, what me and Narisha did last session was as follows. Geared up to bust our good friend, or your good friend, Dolan, out of an apartment building for a guy named C. After he had promised some information in exchange for doing the job. So, I gathered together a bunch of gas grenades, tear gas, smoke bombs, and a regular grenade, just in case. And I get a grappling hook together, and I hand the captain a thermal blade, just in case. Orders are to not kill, so current plan, take out the power, use that as a diversion to sneak underneath the rooftop, either cut or blow through the top, and get Dolan out that way. Let's see. Get there. There seems to be a light on in the top room, but otherwise things seem fairly quiet. Curiously, the light seems to be flickering, so we go ahead with the power plan. Sneak over, cut the wire, and immediately grapple hook on up to a nearby rooftop and start making our way over to the other building. Light is still flickering, which means it's not an electrical light, and so using a bit of duct tape and 2 comp pads and a an extendable pole, we make a handmade periscope to spy into the room through the closed window with more or less closed curtains, and spot a dude in a police uniform with a fire poker and an open flame just on the counter, being intimidating and taunting over to a Dolan who appears to be tied up and just really injured. We get the cap to psychic him and to get him to know that basically help's on the way, stay put, and be ready to run. Because actually, I don't believe he's tied up. He's just kind of sitting there. I don't think he was tied up. He was just...
He wasn't. He was
Okay.
just beaten to shit and kind of made
Gotcha.
sense to stay sitting.
Rookie mistake. As they'll soon find out, as I duct taped, or I descended the pole, grabbed the comp pads, duct taped a grenade to the end of the extendable pole, pulled the pin, and extended it out to the window that we spied through, and blew a hole in the wall. Menacing bad guy gets knocked on his ass, and we have a hole free, so I use the grappling hook, swing around to the hole, say, get the fuck in, or on, rather. Dolan goes running, we get shot at, he gets hit in the leg. Swing back around to our building, lose the grappling hook in the process, and throw some tear gas at the entrance to the buildings on the front and back side. And use a smoke bomb to cover our escape as we get shot at, but thanks to the interference, are able to run away to a safe spot that C was hiding for us and get him back to the ship more or less unharmed. Also, Narisha got shot, but that's a side thing. Anyways, getting back to the ship, he is able to lay down in the corpse room, and Narisha nurses her bullet wound a bit. After a night or so, the rest of the crew gets to the ship and starts working on their personal things, with Jace helping nurse Narisha and Dolan back to health. Eventually, C comes by with the information that we required based on our questions that we gave him, and gave us the answers that, well, yours was given to you in PM,
Yep.
and ours were as well.
Yep. But you guys had a conversation where he revealed himself to be maybe not exactly what he had initially looked like, and an intelligence specialist, we'll call him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the basics.
I guess
So
we jump right back into it.
Sorry?
With that, we jump back right into it.
Pretty much.
We've got one or two more days at station, then we're booking it to, I believe, 0303 Sector Central, to A, drop me off, and B, from there, figure out where the fuck we want to go.
Yep. That would be about the size of the plan as it was before. So, yeah. I also did say, feel free to mark up the map. It is your guys' map, if you want to. And I will do my best to not destroy any of it. And yeah, let me look. I have it. You have one more day, one more full day of construction after this. So it's kind of midday-ish, if I remember right. So the rest of today and the following day for construction on the ship, and then it should be good to go, so you could leave the following day.
Mm-hmm.
So on the 13th, you can leave. Lucky number 13.
Gotcha.
So I guess everybody would get a ping from Lexi, and it would be a request to come to the armory.
All right, I'll put down the armor that I'm working on and head over there.
Anybody else?
Yep.
All right.
I will get in last.
All right. So once everybody's gathered, Lexi's gonna be like, "Okay, look, this is armory. I go shopping yesterday. I get lots of things. Good things for you. Okay. If you need help training, anything like that, talk to either me or Leaf. You do not come in here and take anything you want and try to use willy-nilly. I will hurt you. Okay."
I've got no intention of getting into here unless we're under attack, at which point I'd like to think permissions are more of a side thing, but do correct me if
Yes.
I'm wrong.
For the most part, armory will be locked with, bioscanner thing. Leaf, myself, or Captain. Only 3 people that can access this door. Also, there is a training dummy for shooting, etc. Funny things. If you require training or anything of the sort, ask us. But if you wish, you may come in, look at weapons. If you want to trade your weapon for something that you want there, do so.
I've got mine well situated. I say as I just kind of tap the mag pistol on my side. But thanks for the offer, I guess.
Lexi looks very unimpressed.
Actually,
So cute.
Ozzy, if you got time, I think you could do some work on mine just to make it a little bit more shootable for me. As
I've still got to get Lexi's project up and running, but I can do what I can. Sorry, Lexi, your force field might take a few more days. You might have to get your other guy to complete it.
Oh, it's okay. I'm looking forward to breaking it.
Understood. Right. Didn't I already upgrade your fast gun, or did you get something new?
I like unholster the mag pistol, but I don't like point it anywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, Leaf helped me get one of these. The laser pistol wasn't cutting it. The rifle's all good though. Thank you for that one. Still.
I'll see what I can do
I
with it.
tried to convince him to get a better one, but yeah, we know how well that went.
Okay, I'm not looking forward to having to use these very much.
And by the way, I'm gonna toss a small little like it looks like a pipe, but it's sealed at both sides, sort of welded with a pin at the top, and say just in case. And I'm gonna leave these two in here, and I'm gonna put the 2 tear gas bombs that I made in the armory.
Ah, okay, cool. Lexi will show you where the grenade box is.
All right. Figured I'd just unload these as I can, and I'll pass a smoke bomb, is what I got, out to, let's see, Girani. We'll go with Leaf, Jason, Lexi. Why not?
Wait, you giving me a free smoke bomb? What?
Yep. Smoke bomb.
Yay!
Lexi looks at you a moment, and she looks very moved, and she's like, I wish to hug you right now, but I feel like that would be violation of privacy.
It's fine, just no crushing. Mean it.
No.
All right, you get a bear hug then.
I said no crushing.
Thank you. You are so good friend. I will use this in opportune time to kill many people.
Wonderful. Just not me. Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, it's so nice to be back on board. If any of you need help streamlining any programs or your new equipment, as I look at Leaf's like power armor, now that we have everything here, I can probably do something for you.
I actually might need your help with a side project I'm working on. Have you ever built a neural interface?
I've done some light reading.
It'll do.
Need a guinea pig?
I think we're good. You don't even realize why that's funny. Anyways.
Okay, so last call for anybody looking for specialized weapon training for any of these weapons here that are in the armory, anything of the sort. You do not care. This is fucking blowing my mind.
Maybe. And he's like, Durani's like fucking nervous looking. He's like, could you help me with the new mag pistol?
How do you need help with that? You point and shoot.
I've never actually used like a
Lexi just
ballistic.
walks up and just like snatches it from you, and she just does it so fast it's like hard to tell. She's like, "This is how you load, unload, take it back, put the chamber, take out the chamber. This is how you fire." And she just like burst fires. I guess she'll just shoot the fucking dummy next to her and just hand it back to you and be like, "That is how it works."
How many shots?
3 for Birch.
I do not understand why this crew does not value the expertise of Leaf and I's weapon knowledge. Like this is
Believe me, your expertise is valued. It's just not my expertise. Anyways.
Yeah, I do computer stuff. I leave all the shooting to you guys. I trust
Well,
you
not all
for
the
that.
shooting.
Okay. Either way, this is place where all weapons go. Let us know. We have access, etc. End of
Good to know.
story. You may go now. End of meeting. I go shopping now.
Let me come along with you. I gotta get some parts for Gironi's new gun.
Oh, and here I'm gonna hand Ozzy like 2,000 credits.
I'm gonna hand that back to you and say it's just gonna be about 500 worth of parts. I'll be fine.
Okay, thank you.
Leaf, you want to come with? I need expertise knowledge.
Yeah, sure. I'll go.
See, exactly. How easy was that?
Yeah.
Fucking crewmates. God damn.
If you need me for anything, I'll be in the comm station. And I'm gonna. Is this done? Or are we done
This all done.
here? Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna just like awkward nerd walk out at the door, back to the comm station.
Did he get stutter before or after he come aboard?
Hey,
I think it might be the genetic thing that he went through.
All right. DNA is like scrambled eggs. Yes.
Fucking love it, Busty.
Wait, I do good work. He's not scrambled eggs. He's probably a hard-boiled egg.
let's just say he's over easy and be done with it. All right.
Yeah.
Either way, egghead. Yes. Okay. We go. And Lexi will head off to the
You
market.
want me to go too?
Come.
You kind of scare me because you give me very crazy ideas, but I mean, I guess so.
Okay, I go.
All right. 4 of us are heading to market. I'm just gonna grab parts for Girani's new gun.
Okay. Are we going for like the flea market style thing? Or are we just going for general, because some ships will set up while they're there with wares and things like that in the I guess we'll say spaceport-ish part of the place. Or there's a small collection of shops and stuff that you can go to. Either one will work. They're pretty close to each other.
Yeah, I'll scan a flea market for some of the spare parts I might need. Microgyroscope, maybe some extra or rather better padding for the handle, maybe something to boost the actual power of the mag pistol, maybe some I'll see what I can do.
All right. That works. Easy enough to find, that in a lot of the scrapper areas, or just sort of in boxes and stuff. It'll take you a little while to fish through it all, but yeah, you can find what you need, no problem.
Mhm.
Nothing too crazy.
Sounds good.
What about the rest of y'all going to market?
Lexi will go to like the main shops, but she's expressed interest in going to the other more temporarily set up markets.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. What are you looking for? I guess that's what I should probably ask.
All right, so Lexi's gonna walk along here, and I guess whoever's with her, she's just gonna say, "Okay, so after seeing Girani with the cat thing and everything, it reminds me of kind of, the wild animals and everything. Well, not wild, but I think the ship should have a pet. So yes, that's what I'm looking for.
Ah.
But of course, this is needs to be a capable, part of the crew, which I understand. But I also understand they do cybernetic engineering here as well. So I was thinking, yeah.
Lexi,
But
you could get something really cute, and then I can just maybe splice something to make it more.
no, niet,
You sure? It's easy.
niet. I do not want to hear this anymore. Splicing, genetics, all of this. No, please leave this behind us. I do not want to hear this anymore.
Jay
Please.
shall have plenty to do on the ship once we're on Spark Space. Don't worry.
But either way, I mean, a capable, helper of the crew, I feel would, be beneficial for us, especially if we can, get it to talk,
What, like
But
a rat or something?
Like,
I was thinking bear.
no.
I
we'll get there.
don't know where we'd fit one of those. Aren't they like massive?
Yeah.
I mean, they have big fur.
That doesn't
Can we give it
make
retractable
that.
claws? Like make him like in comic books, have claws that extend.
Sorry, 1 second. There's a fire near my mom's house in Lakeside.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not good.
That's real not good.
Okay, well, yeah, Alexi has
Wow.
expressed interest in buying a bear or something
Okay,
along those
sorry.
lines.
I guess it's under control for the moment. But I'm gonna be like on standby for. But
Okay.
yeah, either way, yeah, Lexi wants to buy a pet.
Okay, you know what? Oh man. All right. What would this be? This will be. Yeah, you're gonna have to convince some people to tell you some stuff. So this is
I
gonna
guess.
have to be a talk.
All right. I guess the closest pet shop or person that sells pets there.
They're really. This isn't really that. Like if you were down on Hesselo, that would totally work. But you're at a shipyard. I mean, you might be able to find like a thing of dog food at the general store. But I mean, that being said, there are a bunch of people living here that may or may not have pets, but you're going to need to know somebody sort of thing. So I'm going to need a talk with charisma from somebody if you
I'm
can
not helping.
convince somebody else to do it to help. But yeah, I'm going to need a talk with charisma to see if there are any pets available.
I vote we use text.
I don't think he would agree.
I have
Well-
to agree with Oswald there. I'm not so sure.
I'm sorry. He's not here to make that decision, so
He's also not here to help you, so you can't have him both ways.
yes, you can.
Oz, how good are you at talking?
Bad.
You know. Okay, great.
Go on.
I think we might need to, talk to somebody, see if they know a friend of a friend or something. I guess it does not look like we will have easy chances just asking the shopkeepers, you know. But I mean, whatever. If you do not talk well, leave. What do you think?
I'm sorry.
Should I do the talking or you?
He just starts laughing.
Okay, you talk. Okay, great.
Can we make that canon? Anytime Lexi's talking, that there's just sirens somewhere in the background.
That was awesome.
I will say that while it's not canon that it's always, it is a common feature of the background noise around Lexi pretty much wherever she goes.
Yeah.
It's their theme song, alarms.
That's fair.
So yeah, Lexi will just kind of like nudge Leaf towards the I don't know, I guess to the closest person. Like, go talk, be diplomatic.
Okay. This is your funeral.
I'll slowly stalk behind.
Don't do that.
Holy shit, you're here?
You're creeping me out, man.
You don't know she's here, but she's here.
Why do not you do talking?
Oh, I don't talk.
That's a good idea.
Lexi's gonna like do a double take from Leaf to Jace and just be like, I think you should do the talking.
Him? Yeah, he should do the talking. You're right.
I mean, okay, we'll see how this plays out.
I'll just, poke him if he gets it wrong.
All right.
Okay.
So I need a talk with charisma from somebody
Okay. Where is it?
as you begin asking your way through sort of the groups of people over at the essentially like flea market.
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
Oh my god, that's what the fuck? That's decent.
that's actually not too bad.
So you begin talking with people, and it takes about 2 hours to get something even remotely close to a straight answer. But eventually, you are led back out to sort of the outskirts of the shipyard to the living areas, for some of the workers, eventually led down to a small house where you have been told there are pets. And as you get there, you see in an an alleyway between this kind of rickety old house that seems to be mostly abandoned, and next to it another one that's similar. You can see that there's some sort of scraggly, almost gaunt, probably man in his 40s, maybe early 50s, with a box. It's about the size of a shoebox. He's speaking to it in muttered gibberish that you cannot understand. As you're sort of as you're taken in by this, it's sort of like looking at him, trying to figure out, looking between the two of you. The younger gentleman, we'll say more of like a kid, probably about 16, has disappeared, and you are just here alone in front of this guy.
Hello. I am looking for exotic pets. Stuff. How to buy things. A pet.
You're here for a pretty?
Uh, what the fuck?
You want a pretty?
Did he just say pretty?
Yes, he did.
Thank you. I do not get that a lot, but I appreciate it.
No, I think he was asking if you wanted a pretty.
Oh, what the fuck?
Not that you were pretty.
What is a pretty?
A pretty? A pet? A companion? Something to get rid of some of the boredom of our being out here. Yes. Hello, my pretties.
Yes.
He's looking into the shoebox again.
Okay. Yes. But I am looking for something that is capable. If needed assistance in physical confrontations. Something that could handle itself.
If he likes you, it's very capable.
What do you mean if it likes you?
That's part of being a pet. Yes.
Love this character.
Sorry. Sorry. What happened just now? So it was. Is she getting what's happening? I'm sorry.
You've just heard creepy. That's all.
Okay. So how do I know if Pretty likes me? What's this thing?
Hold out your hand.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. She'll just do it.
And he slowly sort of stands up. Let me here. All right. He slowly sort of stands up and reaches his hand into the box and places his hand over yours. And opens it and sort of like presses something into your hand. Nothing huge. It's maybe you can't see it yet, but you can feel something kind of wriggling there. And as he pulls his hand away, what's in yours now is this how best to describe this? It is a rather moist, almost slug-like creature with about 10 legs, and it slowly starts sort of doing this weaving movement, almost like a snake going back and forth, but using his legs to crawl up, slowly up to your wrist and a little bit further. As you get a little bit closer look, its tail seems to have some kind of stinger, and it has a wide, constantly open mouth with dozens and dozens and dozens of what look almost like teeth, but they look more like cones, like the cartoonish way of like cutting a tree stump. They're like conical formations as opposed to direct teeth, and it's slowly moving up. You don't see any eyes, but you do see feelers of some kind that are just sort of tapping along your skin.
This is kind of gross. If this thing stings me, I will fucking crush you. I am warning you, bug. This is a bug, right?
That's great.
Uh, I was thinking more along the lines of a bear, something capable of fighting. What is this?
It bites you.
I fling it off, and I immediately. Oh, what
How
is
do you
it?
fling it off?
Where is it on my body at the moment?
It's about your forearm.
Forearm. So I use my other hand and just, on my other arm rather, and backhand it.
Backhand it to get it off of you, or backhand it to squish it?
Backhand it to get it off of me, and then she's gonna try to stomp it thereafter.
Okay. As you backhand it, you notice that the body itself, kind of slick with this almost like slime, compresses. There doesn't seem to be really much in the way of bone to this thing. Its legs splay out on its own. And your hand just slides right off of it.
Oh, gross.
As you begin to feel it start to burrow.
Oh, she's gonna puke. She's just gonna fucking hurl.
Okay.
She'll just be like, "Ugh.
All
This
right.
is. Ugh. I don't like this."
He likes you. He'll be your best pet ever. As the thing is, maybe like a quarter inch into your skin now.
I don't like this.
What are you going to do? Because it is now attempting to burrow into your skin proper. Backhanding it made it sort of squish a little bit, but.
Why is it? How does this like me? What is this?
As you're saying that, you look at this guy, and you can see these circular wounds that have sort of plugged themselves up all over him.
Oh no.
And now that you're looking at him a little bit closer, and maybe it's just the fight or flight instinct letting you bring in more information or process it a little bit faster without, the filter. You do see like almost tunnels, or like bulges, circular bulges of loose skin where this guy's gaunt, but it doesn't look like he was always that way, and it doesn't look like he lost that mass, that body mass, just from like malnourishment. You ever seen The Mummy?
Yep.
Remember the scarab beetles?
Yep.
That's kind of what you're dealing with, buddy. Except
my
they're
God.
creepy and gross and kind of alien-y. What do you want to do? Because it's now about a solid half an inch into your arm. I mean, the tail is still sticking out, but its head is now burrowed about out on this like 2.5 inch specimen. It's gotten about a half an inch into your skin.
I guess she'll just try to grab it by the tail and pull it out.
Exert with strength.
Okay. No.
So you grab onto it, and well, you kind of grab onto it. You try to grab onto it. It is slippery as shit. And as you do, hold on, is that? Yep. Okay. As you do, you kind of almost squeeze it. And now so this is on your left arm, we'll say. As that happens, you can feel this tingling sensation as you sort of squeeze onto it but can't get a good hold of it. As I guess you wouldn't know 100%, but there's a certain bit of venom that has now entered your bloodstream.
Lexi's gonna run over to Jace and be like, "Fix it, fix it."
Okay. Can I use?
I actually gotta go. Looks like my mom just wants to go for a ride and just kind of ride out the whole thing, even if it doesn't, whatever. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go bring my kids out and go help them for a little bit. So I'll just be a few minutes.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Jace,
Can
are
I
you going to
use-
attempt to save Lexi?
Yeah. Can I use heal to try to use my know-how on how to remove it from the skin?
Sure. I'll give you a
Okay.
heal, and I'm going to give you dexterity.
Heal with dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be a little bit better.
Oh, I got it.
Somebody, please.
Trying to looking at like life forms like leeches and other parasites and how to get rid of them, and holy fuck. All right. So you
Very nice.
realize that this thing is probably latched in pretty fucking solid, but it has this sort of squishy body that's not really meant to actually get that much bigger than it is currently. So you insert a saline, a needle with some saline in it, and essentially pop it like a big old zit. And with that done, you can kind of remove the leftover pieces, primarily the teeth, with a pair of tweezers. It takes about 20 minutes or so. Meanwhile, the older man has also sort of run off, seeing that his pretties were not so appreciated.
I warned you.
That
Wow.
was fun. I want to collect samples.
Okay, you can steal a little bit of biomass to look at later.
I'll be humming and whistling while I'm just treating the wound.
I think that's just straight xenomorph. Not gonna lie, that's got all the elements. I mean, well, yeah, no, I mean that spliced with a human is just equal xenomorph. It's hard, yeah.
Never know. Anyway, so unfortunately, with that, the search for a bear on a random ass shipyard comes to an end. I'm gonna level with you. You're not gonna fucking find a bear here. So whenever Lexi gets back, you can tell her this search was unsuccessful.
Mhm.
But yeah, Lexi's left arm, you notice, just is kind of neurologically short-circuiting for the next hour and a half, and then it kind of
Mhm.
gets pins and needles for another 30 minutes, but then it's back to normal as the venom moves its way out of the body.
All right.
Well, that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
How about everybody else? What would you like to do? You guys, we can essentially montage the next we'll say day before you leave. Make it easy.
Well, I only got a day on my power armor, but I can do that during the thing. Meanwhile, I can fix up your gun, Girani, in literally a day. So I will just do that.
Okay.
Doing something kind of therapeutic and like try to hack that goddamn red hard drive again.
Hmm. Okay. All right, you're going for the red one? All right. Make me a program and we'll go intelligence or wisdom for this. They'll get you different results. Assuming you do well.
Wow.
Okay.
What a far cry from my earlier rolls. I wasted them. Son of a bitch.
All right. Hang on. Let me do this real quick.
Well, Captain is cuddling a pizza plushie and ordering pizza while her injury heals.
Fucking revolutionary. Anyways.
Uh-huh.
Okay, with an 8, by the way, you get a single line. It does not seem to connect anywhere. It seems to be like a footnote in whatever all this crazy shit is. And man, it didn't do the thing I wanted to do. All right, let me do it a little differently then. Man, it's gonna be nice. There you go. That's what you get.
Thank you.
Like I said, it just seems to be some sort of footnote somewhere near the header for one line of or one segment of the program. Dashes indicate corrupted data. Or at least undecipherable one way or another. All right, Evil, where are you ordering pizza from?
Wherever will deliver to the ship.
There are 2 restaurants that will. One seems to be a mom and pop shop sort of thing. The other is more of a chain.
Mom and pop.
Okay. What are you ordering?
I'm ordering.
They got all the basics. They got all the pizza. They got some. They have most toppings that you know of, including a couple you don't know of. There are at least 3 kinds of effective breadsticks / crazy bread style starters, and average drinks and stuff like that. They also do wings.
What about desserts?
There is an as advertised Mama's apple pie. as well as it looks like some kind of like brownie, although you're not 100% sure what it's like a peanut butter brownie.
Okay. I'm getting one of those. The brownie thing.
Okay.
And a large cheese pizza with, if they have different types of cheese, it's getting different cheeses on it and peppers.
Okay. You immediately you get like a little text notification that they're working on your order and will deliver it soon. However, as everybody else, most other people are gone anyway. I think it's everybody but you and Tex are still on board. Although no, yeah, you are too, right? Oswald. No, this is
Yeah.
while you guys are out getting a pet.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Well, yeah, I would have just gone to the hardware store and then back. So it depends on when it happens.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it'll be a little ways in. So yeah, you'll be just showing up,
All right.
Oswald. Okay. You you get an update, Evil, that your food is now on the way. And about 20 minutes goes by. 30 minutes. And you decide to check back. And there's like a little locator, and the guy or girl or whoever it is delivering it is like 6 dry dock spaces away and not moving.
Oh no, my pizza. If I look out the door of the ship, can I see that, or is it like I have to walk there?
Could walk.
As far as I can tell, you'd basically be having to
Or
look
you
like
could.
6 blocks down a road to be the equivalent here, which is a bit far.
I mean, you could probably use the ship's scopes.
Well, then I'm gonna try to see if I can see it from the ship. Otherwise, I'm reporting it to their app that they didn't show up.
Okay. You look around, and you see what looks like a younger kid, probably. You would guess this is like his first job or something like that. Probably around the age of 15, 16. Looks completely fucking lost. He's got a piece of paper, or rather, he's got like his little smartphone sort of thing, and he's just looking around trying to figure out where the hell he is. He's also carrying a pizza box, or not a pizza box, but like one of those warming covers with the brand logo of the pizza joint.
All right. Walk to him, yell at him. I don't want to scare him. Can I yell at him?
Yeah, he is like 6 blocks away, legitimately.
Yeah.
And it's, construction noises outside, so
Okay, I guess
probably
I'll
not.
walk over to him then.
Okay. You leave the ship. It takes you probably about 10 minutes to get over there. Kind of keeping an eye on the app on your own compad. Eventually you find the guy, and he looks at you both terrified and also, after you sort of explain to him who you are, a little bit relieved but really bashful. And please don't tell my boss that I got lost.
All right, well, this pizza better still be warm.
Oh, it is. There's actually heating coils in this bag.
Oh, good.
Here you go. He sort of hands you the boxes,
Okay.
and then he sort of like stops for a second, makes sure that you've got everything in hand. As you sort of look down, you just hear the sounds of running footsteps as he bolts, just absolutely abjectly terrified.
That's what I get for not just going and getting it myself.
But
Walking back to the
as
ship.
you start walking back, the smells of what appears to be pretty good food sort of waft up, and you find yourself walking just a little bit faster to get back to eat a little sooner.
Yum. Can't
Okay.
wait to take a bite of this. I open the
And
box of the brownie thing to sniff it.
it appears to be this sort of like it's a little bit of a dry, but not in a bad way. Just it's more of like a really crumbly, almost brownie mix with chocolate and peanut butter like sauce over the top of it. If you've ever had a peanut butter bar, that's essentially what they are. I don't know how to explain them better than that, but
I'll eat it.
they're fucking amazing. They're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you. This is what they look like. I can find it. Yeah.
Oh,
Peanut butter
those
bars.
things.
Yep. That's essentially what it is.
Ooh.
I like them. My mom made them when I was a kid, so I like them a lot. But yeah, so yeah, it's decent. It's really pretty solid pizza too. It seems like it's hand tossed, handmade crust, and something like a 7 different cheese blend on it.
Yes.
They went all out, chopped bell peppers and all sorts of peppers. Yeah, it's fucking good food.
Okay.
And for a relatively decent price,
I'll
only
give 'em a
15
good rating.
credits.
Ooh, nice.
Yep. All right. All right. Well, at that point, everybody else comes back. You see Lexi walking in with this nursing what looks like a somewhat every so often sort of twitching around arm with a big old chunk, about a 1-inch circle taken out of it. And that's when y'all separate to do whatever it is you're doing. And you got one more day of construction on the ship. If there's something you guys want to do, you can. Meanwhile, yeah. Then there's also all the questions. If you guys have any new plans or things you want to do, that's fine too. Feel free to discuss. But I need a couple minutes because,
All right.
Okay,
unfortunately.
cool.
A couple minutes sounds good.
We're getting back.
Welcome back. So we couldn't find a bear. I'm sorry.
Motherfucker. All right, what the hell happened to? Are we in session or is this a break?
This is a bit of a break.
We just-
Okay.
Raven's doing a thing, but question is winterized. Do you have anything else you want to do at the station, or do we want to skip ahead to leaving?
Well, assuming that the whole pet thing was a no-go there, I don't know how that went.
We couldn't find anything. We
Yeah,
just
then
went back.
I guess Lexi will be very depressed, and she'll go with, and yeah, we can skip.
Make sure the ship has enough food.
You mean frozen pizzas?
Well, I go get a little.
We've got a
Oh.
marker as to when we'll run out of food, and it's not for a while.
Okay.
By the way, update on the fire. It is a fire, and as far as I can tell, it is getting bigger and it is spreading. Like the clouds over here are so thick, the sun isn't even coming through right now. So I may have to eventually evacuate at some point. We'll see.
All right,
Gotcha.
we're gonna go outside real quick. Be right back.
Yeah, you guys might be able to. Well, actually, it's blowing in a. Actually, yeah, you might be able to see it. Maybe it depends on how many miles away you are. Because I think I'm only like 2 or 3 miles away, and yeah, it's completely covering the sky from end to end. So,
Oof.
I mean, as crazy as it is, I mean, I've been through a couple of these so far, but it's kind of crazy though that the sun is like got this red hue to it.
It's the
Everything's-
proper
it's
mood
like
lighting
dusk.
for 2020.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, I can definitely see that fire from here, or at
Yeah.
least the big, huge smoke.
Yeah, that's us.
Okay, so you see that big hill that the fire is going towards? We're on the other side of that hill.
Well, if I evacuate, then you guys gotta head out soon too. So there's your warning right there.
Okay, thanks.
As it gets closer, it'd be better. But yeah, keep an eye on it. Okay. Okay. I guess you have a couple ways of doing that. You can try to use the ship's internal sensors. It'll be less precise and not quite as good. Or you can actually create like a small RFID chip sort of thing that would be far more precise and effective.
No, just for right now, just need to know like what room they're in.
Okay. In that case, yeah, you can start working on that. It'll be a day or two.
All right.
But yeah, you can start trying to work on something along those lines. Oof. Yeah, best of luck to y'all. Damn.
What's up?
Busty's house is going to be on fire in like 20 minutes, so we're
Oh
going to try to.
shit!
I just
don't know about
posted a
that.
picture from our bedroom window, and
That
Busty
sounds
lives
good.
closer to that fire than we do.
My mom posted a picture, and it was like close to where she's at.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I just want to point out I posted that last meme before I saw the picture. Best of luck, dude.
Yeah. No joke.
What is it all in memes? I don't,
No. One of them in general. The picture from
oh, Evils. Yeah, that's pretty much the line, and I'm right under it. So yeah. So you guys, it looks like.
Shit!
Yeah.
Well,
Keep
hopefully
us
they
posted,
keep
then.
it. And yeah, I've been hearing. Actually, I haven't heard many as of late, but like earlier, like how you guys were hearing those sirens, it was pretty frequent. So I'm sure that they're at least maintaining it. And if shit goes down, we'll get an alert, no problem.
All right. Yeah, just keep us posted.
Yep.
All of y'all, including Jason and
Yeah.
or including Norden Evil.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
I'd rather you guys didn't burn alive. It'd be great.
Yeah.
This is not the first fire that I've been through. I'm not
I
terribly
know.
worried. I mean, I've been expecting the shit, dude. Like everywhere we can look, it's all fucking gray, dried up, fucking dead leaves and grass and shit.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
we've been lucky so far that there hasn't been any fires
Yeah.
around our area.
Yeah, just being the temperature it is. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, 115 today.
Nice.
Fuck that.
Very nice. I was being sarcastic.
Yep.
Hell, it's been like 80s, 90s here, and yeah, fuck that. Thank for AC.
Yeah. It's actually gotten cooler out here. Our problem is actually the opposite. The Great Lakes are more full than they usually are, so we've actually been getting coastal flooding instead.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah.
the rain's gotten kind of rough around here, so
Oh my
it
God.
rained last week and it was rough, and then it's supposed to rain the next couple days, so I might not even get up north. We'll see.
Greenland's gonna be gone like today.
Yeah. Anyway. with
So about that boat idea, guys.
depressing-
Yeah.
I got a boat, and hey, if the water levels rise that much, I won't even have to launch it.
No.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
ditch your car and still drive to work, man.
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour trip by car up north. It's like a 4-day trip down by sailboat. So, depending on the weather.
Travel time is considered in the working hours.
If only. It's not, but I wish it was.
That'd be nice.
But yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we X&A on the Pet A, and I guess we're gonna
For the
hightail it outta
moment,
here.
yeah. Yeah, there's not
Oh, no,
really like
yeah.
a pet shop on the shipyard.
Yeah.
Lexi has not admitted defeat yet. She's just upset.
That's fine. Oh yeah, by the way, your arm for about an hour and a half after Jace extracts that parasite from your arm, just sort of is on a neurological short circuit, just sort of twitching randomly, and you're not really able to use it. And then after that, it's about a half hour straight of pins and needles. And then it kind of back to normal.
However, you are not a zombie, which is good.
No.
That's a bonus.
Yep. So, circling back around, we're going to kind of skip ahead to when you guys are leaving. You
Wait,
do
we're
get
leaving?
one final news report. Yeah, leaving the shipyard. You guys do get one more news report.
Cats.
From the from Hesselo. Turns out virus is very contagious.
Nice.
It's also turning out to be a little more deadly than you had imagined. Several individuals under the effects of what you assume to be of what we're going to call virus 1. Currently about 20% fatality rate and a further 70% or 60% to 50% hospitalization rate, with others just growing random, pigtails or getting weird noses or hooves growing out of their hands, or at least their fingernails turning into sort of hoof-like protrusions. It's a little strange. Unfortunately, virus 2 has a nearly 100% lethality due to the fact that it is about the same deadliness, but the changes are that of into essentially bony fish. So a lot of people are, growing gills and just not able to survive. And that's when the other two viruses sort of start kicking in. One beginning to manifest more reptilian features, and the other one more avian features. All of them have a kind of high death rate, to be honest with you. Yeah, that planet's in turmoil. We're gonna just leave it at that for the moment while they are attempting to get everything under control. Mask orders and quarantine. It's basically like Corona if, Corona were ridiculously deadly. We're talking like 60+%.
Mm-hmm. I went and invented a whole new word for your shenanigans. You went and did genocide anyways. I don't understand.
I rolled
Oh,
D100s
blame it on the.
for things along the lines of incubation time, infection rate, lethality, and effectiveness. That's just where the dice ended up, and yes, I rolled them.
I'm aware, but still, it just out of character, in character at the same time.
Yeah. Well, there's of that, those that do survive do have significant differences. Definitely splicer-like characteristics. There are some people who, when that are now essentially anytime that they start to feel like they can't breathe, they immediately jump to the water. And there are some people who have gone a little bit crazy and are now carrying around like 5-gallon buckets of water with them, and have spaced them out every 100 feet or so throughout several city blocks, as that one's the one that scares the most people. A lot of chaos. Don't really know 100% what's going on.
So Jace is gonna be pouting in her lab.
You only had 3 days to make.
I am
Patience.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah,
scramble a message to well, like an anonymous message ish to Jara and tell him,
Okay.
or just the message is gonna contain, we did what we could. Hope it's more even now. And then signed Betty.
Send that off. You don't get a response before you begin heading out of the system. From what you can tell, there seems to be quite a bit of civil unrest, we'll call it, on the planet. It's now in quarantine. Yeah, it seems pretty chaotic at the moment.
Is it civil or is it primal?
No, it's not. It's definitely more like civil war, or at least it's a lot of panicking and people trying to hoard resources and things like that.
Sure do love escapism. Anyways.
Yeah. Basically, it's a prepper's wet dream. An urban prepper's wet dream. Anyway, as you guys begin heading out of the system, though, yeah, what is your guys' route gonna be? You gonna just follow the actual trade lane, or?
I think, yeah, just boop.
Okay, so first to there,
Yeah.
and then to there, because you guys have a Spike 2 upgrade now.
Mm-hmm. Which should take us about 12 days, right?
I believe so.
It's 3 days per square, per hex, rather.
Yes, unless trimming the course becomes a thing.
Well, we would, but Republic's not here, so.
He's just going to be on autopilot, forgive the pun, I suppose.
All right.
Averaging out his piloting rolls, it's about an 11.
All right, it's a +1 there. Hold on. And it's a +0. So an 8. He's not clear trim course. In this case, at least. All right. So starter just auto makes that. I'm trying to just keep it the best you can do with an auto make. Okay. Okay. So you guys will jump. It'll be, call it 6 days in spike space to here. I need 2 of you to roll me d12s.
I'll take one.
Okay.
9.
9. Got it.
I'll do
9.
it.
11.
11.
Update.
Got it.
Nope.
All right. I hit. 11, 3. Okay. Never mind. It's fine. It's 2 9s. Doesn't matter.
Sure.
All right. You guys go ahead and enter into spike space as you reach the edge of the system. It takes you an extra day to do that. So we are at the 14th now.
Bad news about the fire. It looks like it's spreading really fast.
Oh shit.
All right.
Keep safe, dude.
Yeah, I'm staying posted right now. So yeah, if I got a dip, I'll let you guys know.
All right.
Okay.
Right now it's about 1,000 acres big, and it says that it's a dangerous rate of spread as of like 30 minutes ago.
Shit.
Yeah. Do you want to just start packing up a go bag, man?
I already got one. No worries.
All right. Just.
Yeah, we got a little safe box for all that stuff. Let me just grab it.
All right. So you guys go then on at the end of the day of the 14th. This has been 3 days essentially as you guys finish up the one day. Drawny, you get your modified mag pistol, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day, as Tex sort of takes you out into the system, let's see, that would be your power armor done, I believe, Oswald.
And then the fun begins.
Well, I'm not going to start training on this trip.
On what?
So I'm not going to start training on this trip.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
But as you do get in space, it's a day. You guys are already partially part of the way out of the system. It'd be a day before you can get to the edge of the system to actually make your jump, which is where the 14th happens and spike space awaits. Girani, go ahead and make me program with int, I suppose. Okay. You put together a basic system. It really works best off of the stronger sensors near your entryways to the ship that at least identifies general biometric characteristics of the crew, so that you know who that the crew is on board, or if somebody that is not crew comes on board, assuming they don't have any crazy cloak tech or something.
Yep.
So you have that. It's not perfect. It still has a couple bugs, but it does the job pretty decently well.
I'm just gonna put out a little bulletin out to everybody in the ship and say, hey, go ahead and like enter and exit the rooms as much as you can, working out kinks, and when I finish polishing this, if anybody who's not on the crew is in here, it will send you an alert.
All right. Meanwhile, Jace, go ahead and give me. I'm not sure if it's heal or if it's. Let me see. Yeah, you know what? I'll roll with that. Give me a heal with intelligence as you're looking over specimens. Okay. I'll say for the purposes of this, you look over the parasite sort of thing that had dug its way through Lexi's arm a little ways. And at first, none of your instruments are working or seeming to identify it or anything like that. But eventually, you sort of tune it and actually look at it through a microscope yourself, and instead of just using, sort of computer scans and stuff. And eventually, you figure out why it's not making any sense initially. This is not this is not Earth-based life. There have been several specimens of non-Earth-based life forms found, lots of plants and animals, nothing intelligent. However, this seems to run off of essentially 6 RNA strands instead of the double helix that, everybody's used to. He's probably spend the next day or so trying to figure out what everything or what you can about it for the most part. But yeah, it's certainly an interesting specimen. It's new, and it somehow seems to interact pretty favorably, at least for it, against DNA based life. And you even find some evidence of pretty significant bacterial infectious disease inside of its, I guess we'll call it a quote unquote gut, that seemed to have no effect on it whatsoever. But as you guys enter Spike Space and the evening sort of dies down, people take posts, Tex sets his little alert for when you guys are going to exit. Jace, you do, something else happens. And I'm not sure if you can hear me or if you're around, but you start feeling, as you're just sort of sleeping, sort of going through all the discoveries from the last day or so, you start, there's a strange image in your head. It's like an overlay. You're dreaming about something, but almost playing over top. You see a sphere with 3 lights on it. You see the first tray open up and something fall into it. And then the second, and then the third, as each individual light lights up. And then a blurry light or something. And then nothing. And that part of the dream fades, and you continue on doing whatever it is, whatever you were dreaming about before.
Okay.
Next day comes around. In the morning, people wake up. You're doing whatever you're doing. We can montage, or if you guys have specific moments you want to highlight, I'm good with that for the first half of this journey.
Some point during the early morning, Oz is going to barge into the lab and say, "Hey, Jace, want to make me a robot?"
Yeah. Something fun.
Cool. I'll get the pots. And we're going to start doing that.
Okay. Are you still constructing the parts, or are you just looking to... I don't remember exactly what you'd grabbed.
I bought and arranged the parts for
Okay.
gecko anchors and eelskin capacitor mesh.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you guys can get working at that if you'd like. In that case, I will go a fix check from Oswald and a heal check from Jace.
You got it. Intelligence, I'm assuming?
Relevant skills, intelligence. Yeah, in your case, intelligence, you're kind of out an arm or two.
I'm gonna reroll that.
All right.
14. Okay.
Okay. It's going to take the better part of a day. It's a lot of modification. And it
Correct,
hurts
but-
like a son of a bitch.
Better part
But-
of a day is a decent amount of time for replacing my arms and legs.
Yes. You only because you had everything kind of already set up. But yes, removing and then quickly reattaching prosthetics.
It's only arms and legs, like the elbows and knees. It's fine.
Yeah. What I will say is, Jace, yeah, the two of you are sort of consumed by getting the basics hooked up. What I will say is it's going to take another probably 2 days to recover and for Jace and yourself to sort of finish hooking everything up. But you got the broad strokes done day one.
Gotcha.
And then over the next like 2 days, you can, you know, some physical sensations start coming back that aren't pain, and you start being able to move things. You're gonna need to kind of learn exactly how to walk with the new stuff. It takes you know, another day or two. Yeah, I'm gonna say for the purposes of this, between tweaking everything and actually getting it all squared away, you're gonna be at this for most of this first jump. But and you will be taking system strain for sure.
Gotcha.
Because that's just, yeah, that's
Part
a
of the
lot of
process.
modding to do at once too. But let me see here. I don't remember how much it is.
I want to say it's 2 per at the start, but I will.
I think you're right, but I'm not sure. I'm looking right now. Or I'm trying to.
So the fire is pushing hard west, but it's a little bit. It's just to the east of me, but it's a bit to the south. So a little southeast of us, or me, anyways.
So that means it's pushing towards you.
Yeah, it's headed in my direction, but not like directly.
Okay.
It's general direction.
Okay.
It's still got like 1, 2. It's got like 2.5 mountains to go over before it gets to me.
Yeah, it's exactly east of us.
Yeah. If it was to just spread directly west, then yeah, you guys might have to book it. But they are evacuating, so not here yet, but that area over there. But it's still like a mile or 2 away from me.
Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to like.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's all good, dude.
So you have
Like
Gecko
that's 2
anchors.
permanent. Let me just check. Gecko anchors and eel skin, which I think. Oh, okay, it's 1 each.
Yep.
Neat. So just 2, which is fine.
There you go.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, that's something I forgot to look up while we was at station.
What's that?
Revenant wiring.
I don't think that's a thing. Well, I know
It
it's
is
a
a
thing,
thing,
but I
it's
mean, I
not a
don't think it's a
thing
thing
there.
at there.
You could go through sort of, there's like a snapshot of the net that the ship will hold. You could probably look for places that might do something like that. If it's in the snapshot, you might get lucky.
Yeah, my character's Google Foo is failing miserably, so
That's
he
fair.
would need help with that.
Fair.
You get a little devil smiley emoticon reply back.
Fair. Leaf.
He looks at you kind of confused, like, what does that mean? Oh, yeah. Okay.
And how are you accomplishing that mechanically? Right, but I mean, that's not so much my question. What I'm asking is like, okay, not the mechanics of the hacking, the mechanics in game is the question. What is the equipment or whatever else that you're using that allows two people not versed in hacking to hack? Okay.
So you're basically turning us into script kiddies. Nice.
Okay. This is going to be a very high DC because of the varying ways of communication, digital and otherwise, and various ways of encryption.
Mhm.
So, high DC.
I
Go
will
ahead. We'll see how it
try
goes.
my best.
Doesn't make it.
Okay, I will re-roll.
You were close.
Fuck. Shitballs.
Yeah. Yeah. The better option after sort of digging around in this, trying to come up with like trying to code your own knowledge base and essentially your own decision making process into a program to hack for two people who don't know really how to hack things, when the alternative also is you just hack them and then splice it into their comms units, is becomes a little more apparent why, unless you have you actually code up an AI, this isn't really going to work very well.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I'm gonna explore option.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can do that. But
Then Leaf
yeah.
could have his own church.
Oh, God. All right.
Or Freckles. Either.
Yeah, I mean, you could make a program to target specific types of systems or something like that, but they'd actually have to know how to use it. And yeah, that's a really tall order. That's basically saying, all right, I'm going to hand a hacking 2 skill to anybody here on the team.
Got it.
That's okay, man.
So just for future reference, I'm probably Durrani's gonna look into writing a program that matches pre-existing keys that he has to basically cross-reference if it's using this encryption. Try this, but only
That
for
you
like
can
the
work
most
at.
basic shit.
That you can work at. But until you get to the second spot, or until you get to the spike drop area. All right. Who's up? Jace, you're working with Oswald on connecting organic and mechanical pieces together to try to make everything work.
Yeah.
Zuzia, what are you doing? Not Zuzia. Man, I still got that in my head. I was
Wow.
just reading the old book. Narisha.
I don't know, looking over the ship, making sure things are clean.
Do you go into Jirani's room?
No, I don't go anyone's personal room, but I just like, go in the common areas.
Okay. Yeah, you can clean up. It'll take you a couple hours, but yeah, if there's anything else, feel free. Lexi, what's your plan of action at this point?
Lexi's gonna first. She's gonna go grab herself 2 demo charges out of the armory just for fun and keep them on her.
Okay.
And then she's gonna probably go find Narisha and ask her something. So I mean, I guess she's wandering the halls. So I suppose Lexi would say, Captain, I have a question. Do you have moment?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. And she'll lead her into like her quarters, I guess, and like shut the door, and she'll turn around and be like, "Okay, were you telling truth when you say all these things about your home planet and all the wild crazy stuff? Is that all true? Like, you must be honest with me, please."
And I'm gonna not use my voice and answer her through telepathy. Yes, of course I'm telling the truth.
Okay, that's weird. Please don't do that again. I don't like it.
Okay.
Voices in head, it's not a good idea. Not
I'm
with me.
used to it.
That is also weird. I respect that in on weird way. So truly, they will just come after you just because you leave planet. That's it.
Yeah, nobody leaves my planet.
So you did not like steal anything or
Oh,
kill anybody or.
I borrowed.
Okay, I like to borrow too. What did you borrow?
The ship. The shuttle I got here.
Oh, the shuttle. Oh, okay. Oh, that is silly. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, they got
That helps
tons of
Lexi very
shuttles,
much.
I thought they wouldn't even notice.
Okay, okay. Uh, Again, weird, but I work with this. Okay, this is very informative, Captain. Thank you very much. This will help me protect you much better.
Oh, thanks.
I will keep it between us. There's no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you look kind of scared. You can go now.
It's because I want to talk to you with my mind.
Okay, okay. Let's say you talk to mine in emergency or, when it needs to be. If you secretly want to get point across, whatever.
Okay,
I allow you to speak in mind. Okay,
thank you.
but
That makes me
not
feel
just
so much
conversation.
better.
Okay, please just don't. Yeah, just know like I don't want to hear like how you're doing while I'm eating breakfast. I will like
All
go.
right.
Okay, please. Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
unless I don't want the other guys to hear.
Excellent, perfect. I agree with this. Okay,
All right, perfect.
that'll be all for Lexi, I think.
All right. Well, towards the end of your Spike Space journey, so to speak, um, you get Oswald. Now that the pain has mostly died down, and Jace is sort of working with you to sort of set the parameters of all the new equipment that you've got. You also see the sphere that's sitting on the desk. The sphere that Jace got.
All right. Looking at it, I just good.
You've seen it before, but maybe it's the pain or the now lack thereof or something. You swear well, the outside you can still hear against the hull sort of the remnants of that scream. Anytime that there's like a modulation in sort of the sound of Spike Space, you almost feel like you see almost like a blue wisp come off of the sphere itself. Nothing major, and it might just be a trick of the light, but maybe you're not sure.
So as we're recovering from the ordeal of putting metal in the body, I just kind of say, all right, that was a lot more hellish than I thought it'd be. No offense to you. You did wonderful there, but I'm just not used to the whole taking body parts off and whatnot. Where are you going to put the limbs, out of curiosity? Just wondering. I don't have the space on the ship is all. Jace, I'm talking to you.
I guess
Hmm.
so.
Sorry,
Nord? Yeah.
I was typing something. Can you say that again, please? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, and that's a lot more hellish ordeal than I thought I'd have to go through, but it worked out all right. No offense to you, Love. You did wonderful, but I was just not expecting the whole removing limbs thing to be so painful. By the way, where are you putting the limbs that were removed? The flesh part?
Oh, with the other arm that I have, they're in storage so I can get samples when I need it.
All right, well, as long as it's somewhere sanitary. Out of curiosity, what's that? I'd seen it around before, but I thought it was like a scanning thing, but it seems to be reacting to the spike space jump, so I might just be imagining that. Still, I am curious what exactly it is.
The little ball?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the jumps, but it does react to me.
To you.
Yeah, here, watch. And I'll get close to it and put my hand near it and it'll start to slowly open.
And it does.
Why is it opening? What does it do? What's in there?
As it opens this time, Jace, you haven't really had time to mess with it during this spike jump, but you do notice that as the shell opens, a sort of almost wisp of blue comes from that one little light that is currently lit up with the star name, or rather the name that's next to you, or
No.
next to your sample.
Okay, well, that's new. And I'll point out the new wisp.
Because you're on the 3, right? Not the 7.
Yes, the 3.
Okay.
Right. Should we get an ammo filter in here? I feel like that's not safe.
It dissipates so quickly. You actually, huh? Oswald, you're exactly the right person. I didn't even think of that. You've seen something like this before.
Oh, neat.
Except it wasn't blue.
Hmm.
Through the little window at the core that sort of peers into the core of a spike drive, there's greenish sort of wisps like this that come off of it.
Just kind of wait a minute. Wait. Put your hand back and do that again.
What? You mean this?
Does it do it again?
Yeah, less concentrated this time.
All right, hold on. I might want to take a look at this thing. Maybe in transit between this jump, and the next. But I'm gonna kind of step in front of Jace briefly and put my hand on the thing and see if it activates.
If Jace takes her hand off of it, the thing closes up. However, as you sort of take it from Jace, while Jace's hand is on it, you see a second little tray underneath the light flip out. And then as Jace takes her hand off of it, the clamshell part sort of closes up around the whole thing again.
What? do you think this is, Jace?
So my guess right now is each little tray is for a sample, and somehow it knows what sample it wants. And I'm hoping it's a map, but I'm not sure.
I don't think it's a map. What? What makes you think it's a map, out of curiosity?
Because they said it was something to deal with Orion, and I'm assuming maybe this is trying to take you to Orion. I have no idea.
I definitely think it might take you to Orion, just a bit more literally than that.
Well, that's why I asked that question. I didn't know if it was talking about Orion, the constellation, Orion, the god. So, still trying to figure that out.
I would imagine the constellation. Look, this is releasing what? Just sorry, do it again. I need to get a confirmation. I'll put it down. Have her do it again. If it works, let me know.
All right. So as Jace sort of reaches out, the clamshell opens up, and again, sort of like a little bit of this wispy energy dissipates off of the interior from the light. Yeah, it works, and you're starting to. And this time, as it was closed for a little bit longer, it's a little bit more energy.
Mhm.
So the first time it was a lot. The second time it was just a tiny bit, and then the third time it's a little bit more than a tiny bit.
This thing is releasing Cron particles. It's named after Dr. Tiberius Cron, who invented the spike drive back in 2108. And I go into a bit of a rant about how the spike drive works and say that this thing is releasing very similar particles to how a spike drive would do, which implies it has the ability to use Cron particles to dive into space and create a anomaly that distorts space-time that would allow us to, with this thing as our ship, effectively, jump to likely wherever Orion is. But we need the samples. We need enough samples, anyways.
Okay. So how would this let us travel when our spike drive is so much larger? How is this going to do anything?
Well, spike drives aren't always that big. It's conceivable that there are spike drives on almost a micro scale that could be used by pre-tech civilizations, but they would be rare and less than cheap. But if nobody knew what this was, and you were the first one to provide the right sample, then this could be it. Or could be something like it. Or maybe it's more of a local thing. Maybe it is supposed to transport us just from Orion's gravity well to its center where the whatever it's trying to take us to is. I'm not sure, but I do know is this thing has Cron particles that emit from it, which is a big red flag and also amazing.
As you're talking, you're sort of, you're holding on to this thing, and Jace, your hand, or as Jace is holding on to this thing, it's open. You put your hand back on it, sort of in wonder, Oswald, and that second tray slides back out with the clamshell open now.
Just kind of look at Jace after a while and see his mouth kind of quiver a bit before saying, well, may I?
Sure.
I'll put my finger on the thing.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. You place your finger in the thing, and as it does, the tray attempts to retract, kind of pinching your finger and then reopening.
Was that intentional? I was kind of shaking my finger. Did it do that to you, out of curiosity?
No, I put a blood sample in it.
That seems smarter.
Cram
Well, we've
yourself
got
into a little microscope tray.
Well, we've got plenty of blood sample, I guess. I imagine we do.
Okay, so I'll take a little sample from one of the appendages and put it on the tray.
Okay. As you do, that tray sort of. Let me look this up. There we go. All right. As that happens, the next that tray sort of goes in, and a light appears. It was not there initially. It appears, and next to the first, right below the first light, the top one has the name Alnatak. That's the one that's been there the whole time. The words sort of burned into it, invisibly. The second one, though, is Onolium, and that appears next to what appears to be a red light. And now the as you see, there's just these faint wisps of red and blue particulates or energy particulates that sort of dance from the light. As that happens, that one sets in, and a third tray opens.
I feel like we should get neutral spice before doing anything else with this thing, if we do anything else with it right now.
I don't know. I like the pretty smoke.
Yeah, but that smoke is, again, highly unstable particles that could lead us into jumping into the middle of nowhere in open space.
As long as we're not near our jump drive, we should be fine, right? Or spike drive, sorry.
Again, I don't know what this thing is. For all I know, it could be a spike drive.
Okay. Should we? Well, next time when we get into normal space, I think I want to take some samples from everyone on the ship and see if it reacts.
Well, we've only got one spice left, so however you want to do that, be careful about who you put in first.
I'm going to just point this out. There are, and Oswald, you would see this sort of looking at it. The whole center. So this is like a covering over a sphere, and that center sphere rotates to sort of the center position, and you can see the tray numbers. You don't see any lights or anything next to other ones. There is one with 5. There's one with 7. There's one with 9, and one with 13.
Okay, so there's probably more than... Gotcha.
Yeah, so assume you don't really know exactly what they do, but Jace, you remember that it was set to 7 initially, and you moved it to 3, and it maintained your sample in that first slot. Do with that what you will.
I'm so glad I don't have the Rubik's Cube from Space Hell in my fucking job list.
Lexi would have used it just as like a baseball or something. It would have been
At least we don't have the Wonder Ball.
Yep.
Hell no! I'm kidding. She didn't hear that, right?
All right.
We good? Okay.
Okay, well, I'll go put this in a safe spot for now, till we're in normal space.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
How are you feeling? Do you need anything?
Bit of joint pain, but not in my joints, which is a little off-putting. Let's see. Feel all right, I say, just kind of stepping in place a bit. Neural activity should cause the different augments to activate. Just let me try something, I say, as I'm going to stand up on the bed and focus on sort of the soles of my feet and step onto the back wall.
Okay. You begin focusing, and little hairs essentially extrude from the bottom of your feet. And as you sort of place one foot on the wall, you feel it slowly lock down. I wouldn't say you have complete command over this, but definitely as a first test run, you can start to pick yourself up, and it's very disconcerting standing sideways.
Yeah. Technically, it's a miniature gravity manipulator, but
yeah,
still.
but but it anchors you to the surface. So
Mhm.
as you do slowly sort of reorient yourself, you find yourself standing on the wall.
All right then. I'm gonna walk up to the ceiling, just test it a bit.
Yep. You walk up to the ceiling, now upside down. Still very strange, but yeah, you can do all that shit.
I'd say I feel pretty good.
Yeah. You do find that it's a little disorienting. It's gonna take you just a little while to get used to, but it's you can totally do it.
I say now to test out the other one, and it might not be the wisest thing to do it right away, but yeah, I've got you here. I say as I sort of lean forward, put my hands on the ceiling, let go of my feet, so I'm dangling, and then just drop down on the bed. And say, there's one door in this place that I'm not allowed to get into normally. Let's test that. I want to hop off and head towards the armory.
So
All right.
I'll put the ball away, and I will chase after.
So this door is locked to me normally, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to hold a hand out and focus on the other bit of my enhancements, sort of feeling a battery sort of begin to, I guess, sort of flexing the cord that would connect to the battery that would cause the shock, sort of ready to deliver it, and going to put my hand onto the electronic lock. I'm going to spend a system strain, and I'm going to attempt with a fix check to unlock the thing. The DC, I suppose, depends on you, but
All right. Yep. Go ahead and roll me a fix check then.
dexterity or intelligence or something else. I don't know what this requires per se. I think intelligence.
You know what? Nah. Let's go yeah, this one's tricky. Let's go actually dexterity.
Okay.
To position it the best way you can. That seems to be because it's not really intelligence. You're brute forcing this, so
11.
Okay, that's enough to pop the door. Just enough to pop the door, but it's enough.
So yeah, put my hand on the lock. You feel, or you see a sort of blue glow under my palm as the sort of door lock refreshes effectively, and the door slides open. Let's kind of shake the hand off and say, "Yeah, that'll be useful. That'll be useful."
All right. You do find yourself pretty tired already, but you'll recover and get stronger over time, so it's not a big deal.
It's
Just over the course of those days.
Jace, I'm going to go back to the med bay and lie down.
Did you get any feedback when you're doing that?
Not really. It's an outgoing signal. There's nothing to receive, I don't think.
Okay.
I mean,
unless you try to put it up against your chest.
You say, I mean, I'm tingles a bit when I do it, but otherwise.
When you feel up to it, I want you to try something like that again. I want to watch your bio readings.
Feel free.
All right. So, for the purposes of this, Dolan will join you guys for your trip to Blue Heaven, as his system is terrible for him now. But he's just sleeping off and trying to relax a little bit after getting the shit kicked out of him for a few days. Just so you know why he's there. But we have a choice here. we can go back to normal space and get your prep for the next jump, or we can call it here for now, so that people aren't freaking out over fires and stuff. Hopefully everything goes well with that. And pick it up next week, or hell, I'm free tomorrow. So
I think I am not free tomorrow unless
I
we're
know.
doing it at the same time, in which case I'm kind of free tomorrow. But yeah, I think it's good to call here because don't want
I
people
think this is a good spot.
distracted.
Yeah.
There's a lot of and on top of that, there's a lot of, I'll just say, you guys have a lot of triggers to pull, and I kind of looking forward to seeing what everybody does with
And it would
those.
be nice to have Saber next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to imagine that Tex just was unaware that I had got an implant, so this will be fun next session.
Yeah.
You might be.
That's about it for this week. So for anybody watching on Twitch, thanks. And for anybody watching this as a recording on YouTube,